is air traffic control. You're cleared for takeoff.
Hey there guys, today we're back for another airport tour review, and today we're going to be taking a look at this Teamsterz airport playset. This is actually a very interesting playset, guys. Got this all the way from Indonesia, off Shopee Malaysia of course, for a very decent price. So this is actually very cool stuff here, guys. So we got a 787 inspired airplane in this playset. Now Teamsterz is a UK based brand, and very similar to Dicky Toys. So we've got a few accessories in here, including ground vehicles that's very identical to the Dicky Toys brand. So without further ado guys, let's take this out of the box and let's take a closer look at all the accessories and the vehicles. Alrighty, so now let's just take a look at the airplane first before we get to the rest of the accessories and vehicles. So here it is. Now this is a 787 inspired airplane. It looks very cool, guys. Nice and big. It's almost the size of the palm of my hand, and it's identically similar in size to the 747. Now the 747, I believe, is slightly wider by wingspan, as you can see here. Yeah, it's slightly wider by wingspan, and the 787 is slightly on the short side. Yeah, it's slightly shorter than the 747, which is actually pretty cool. Not too bad. Alright, so taking a closer look at the details here, guys. Bear with me on this one. So it's actually very nice. The side profile is actually pretty cool. Looks very sharp. Love the wings especially. Now the wings may not look like a 787. It kind of looks like an A350 inspired wing, and then the fuselage looks more of a Dreamliner, but the tail is like a generic airplane tail, and it's decorated in this Airways livery, which is actually pretty cool. Like the blue stripe that runs along it is a two-tone blue stripe. Okay, as always, so let's just check out the front. There's the cockpit canopy, which is a Dreamliner inspired canopy. Very cool. That's all a print, painted prints, and even the fuselage detail is all painted details here. So we got doors and windows, airway, that's the airline, which is the Fantasy airline, and the tail here. Now the tail, unfortunately, is not a print. That's a sticker. Yeah, that's a sticker detail. It's on both sides, and unfortunately, that's the only part of this toy that is a sticker. Got some pretty good engine though. Engine's got a pretty good detail there. That's pretty nice. So that looks very reminiscent to one of those Rolls-Royce engines. It's got a very lovely fan blade details in there. And then we got your chevrons on the back of the nacelles right there. On the back of the engine covers. That is so cool, guys. So we got chevrons on these, so it kind of looks like a 787 Dreamliner. And there's the end pylons. At least the pylons are nice and straight. At least they don't look like thick, like those thick materials that sticks right out, like we get with die-cast airplanes. Like for example, if you look at the Temu, you can clearly tell the engines at the back are very thick. And then on this plane, we've got very nice, almost real-like a real-life engine, which is a nice touch, really nice touch by Teamsterz. And then we got very low-lying landing gear at the front here. Now these landing gears can be rotated. They're rotatable actually, just like with the Dicky Toys. Now these landing gears at the front is more tight than the ones on the Dicky toys. Now these can be rotated 360 degrees. Yeah, these are 360-degree turn landing gears here, guys. So there you go. Plastic wheels, of course. It says made in China at the bottom here. So we've got, there's the bottom of the airplane. We've got Teamsterz logo. There's a Teamsterz logo right there. Not sure you guys can see that. There you go. There's the wheels at the back here, which is also plastic. Now these are not pull-back wheels. These are free-rolling wheels. And then we've got more details here on the belly section. And then we've got screws as well. So there's under the brand HTI. Teamster is under HTI, the HTI group, which is a UK-based company. You can see here. So that's actually pretty nice. So now this airplane is part die-cast and part plastic. So the fuselage, this entire piece here is die-cast. Only the fuselage, the vertical stabilizers, tail wings and wings, bottom fuselage, all plastic. So this is actually a very nice touch. Very nice airplane, guys. It is a very sharp looking, looks almost like, I mean, if Boeing ever makes a new airplane, I believe this might be the result. It might look like this. What do you guys think? It's so cool. Not too bad. It's actually not too bad for a toy. All right, so now let's check out the rest of the accessories that comes included in all the vehicles. So here it is. We've got another towing tractor here, which is very, very reminiscent to the Dicky Toys version. Albeit a slight difference, of course. The Dicky Toys, this is the Dicky version, and this is the Teamster version. Now, of course, they're all inspired by the Toyota towing tractor from Japan, and these are actually pretty cool. Yeah, the shape of the tractor from the side looks identically similar, just like with the Dickies, albeit some minor differences in details. So this one actually looks pretty cool. I think the Teamster version looks pretty nice. So it's got there is no grills, there's no plastic grills at the front here. So we got all die-cast body here. Only the bottom chassis is plastic. Got the Teamsterz logo there as well. Got some pretty cool wheels here with silver painted for the hubcaps. Okay. Got some nice printed details here. There are no stickers on this, by the way. These are all 100% prints. We've got a very nice, proper steering gear there. That's very nice. Alright, got some nice molded details here. Oh, this is so cool, guys. It says towing, though, here. It says towing. Interesting. There's the back. Very plain. Not much going on there. Couple of plastic seats. And you got your little details down there. You got your foot pedestals, all the brakes and the accelerators. That's so cool. All right, so there's your towing tractor. And up next, we have this trailer, the baggage trailer. This is actually pretty nice. This is also very identically similar to the Dicky version. Now, the Dicky version, the plastic, the support here, this piece here, this is completely fixed to the chassis at the bottom here. Whereas on the Teamsterz, even though we got an identical midsection, but the forward section, the plastic section here you can see it's adjustable. Sorry, let's just clear the screen up here. This part here is adjustable. You can turn it side to side, and the plastic is very solid, just like with the Dicky toys. And these aren't flimsy, unlike the Daron ones. So it's actually not too bad. This is actually pretty good. And it's got 4 wheels here at the bottom. That is so cool. And of course, to complement this trailer, we've got a couple of baggage. Let's just put this one down so we can take a look at the baggages. So these are the luggage cases that comes included. Sorry guys. Let's just clear the screen a little here. There we go. So there's a couple of suitcases here, guys. So we got a blue suitcase here. This is like a typical luggage case with the wheels at the bottom here. Okay. Wow, this is actually pretty cool. And there's the handle for the suitcase where you can pull it up. That's nice. And then we have another red suitcase here. This is just a generic plain red suitcase. It's got handles at the top, as you can see there. Hang on a second, guys. I'm trying to clear the screen up for you guys here so you guys can have a pretty good look here. So there's a suitcase. You've only got a little handle detail at the top here, and the seam for the suitcase at the side. And it's pretty hollowed underneath though. It's got 4 wheels. There's 4 little wheels at the bottom there, so that's actually pretty cool. And what you do, you can place them onto the trailer, just like this. Just like that, guys. Now how cool is that? Alright, so let's just put this one down. So up next, we're gonna grab the ambulance. Now the ambulance is a very nice little addition to the Teamsterz Airport playset, but unfortunately, this doesn't look like airport medic type of vehicle, but nonetheless, this is what's given in the set. So, I mean, I really wish they gave a fire truck rather than this one, which is interesting. But the paint job on this ambulance is pretty cool. It's painted in pearl white. It's a very shiny pearl white color application. So it says paramedics, ambulance at the side here. So we got the paramedic symbol, the ambulance symbol there. There's a couple of them with the orange stripes. 102. That's a very nice print, guys. Got some pretty good wheels here. And there's the front of the truck. There's your ambulance print right at the front of the hood. There's a clear transparent canopy there. Looks like windshield wipers. We've got 3 seats in there though, guys. 3 seats. Same details at the side here. There's the back door. It says ambulance there. And then we've got the paramedics logo. A couple of brake lights, which is nicely painted. That's cool. And there's the bottom of the, that's the bottom chassis, which is all plastic, of course. There's a Teamsterz logo. It says UK there, made in China. It's got some pretty good details down here as well. So there you go. There's the ambulance, which is a interesting vehicle that they've added to this airport playset. So nonetheless, it is part of the set, no problem. And then now up to the accessories. So we've got a couple of fuel canisters here. These are solid plastic canisters with some white and black bar stickers around it. And at the bottom here is hollowed. Very plain, nothing much to it. And then we have this fire hydrant. This is a fire hydrant, a plastic little fire hydrant. It's also hollowed underneath. It's solid plastic. Really solid stuff here, guys. So this one is practically I'm not really sure why they add the fire hydrant, but this is an interesting little thing that they add in here. But maybe we can just put this like on the outside of the airport for play. But we need a fire truck for this playset, guys. But unfortunately, they didn't give us a fire truck. But no problem. So here we have a couple of signposts. I'm not sure what these are called, but this got the arrow signs that's heading in this direction, heading to the left side. So this is actually pretty cool that we can actually use on our airport tarmac. And then finally, last but not least, we've got a couple of traffic cones. These are just painted red cones with no sticker details or whatsoever. Just solid red plastic traffic cones. Very, very nice stuff here, guys. And there you go. So there is the entire airport playset from Teamsterz. This is just a very simplified playset, and you can actually put them together with the Dicky Toys playset. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. And I'm just going to shift things around here on my airport display, on this airport mat here. So we're going to see what it all looks like together, Teamsterz and Dicky Toys. So I'll be right back, guys, after I have adjusted everything. Okay, guys, you can see here I have set it all up. So here is both Teamsterz and Dicky Toys airport playsets together. And I've put basically every single accessories where they should be. So I put a couple cones here, and for the signpost I put one over there, the fire hydrant I put over there with the ambulance, and then I put another one of those signposts right there, which I think is an appropriate spot for the side of the runway. So at least that's the arrow that indicates the plane has to come this way. So I just put it over there. There's a little windsock signpost over there as well. So there you go. There is the airplane setup. with the fuel can, the trucks, towing tractors, even the stair truck with the 747. At least they all accommodate very well. As you can see here, I've got both Daron, I've got the Temu airplanes as well, or Avia Muse planes. I put them all together here on this playmat. This is actually a very nice airport mat here, guys, that is suitable for this particular type of airport play. And if you guys are wondering, I've also got new airport terminals. As you can see here, guys, this is just something that I've found just the other day. I bought a little airport playset, a 200-piece airport playset, and it came with this wonderful airport accessories. So there's your airport terminal, which you can actually adjust them however you like them. So you can modify in whichever way you want them. So this is the one. This is the actual position that I want it to be. And it comes included with these little yellow airport lights, and then we have the little gangways as well, which is actually pretty cool. So they actually accommodate the planes very well, so we can actually put the planes right next to them, even though they're not accurate-ish, but they're close enough. As you can see here, so there's 4 gangways, but the airport playset comes with 6 gangways, and I've only used 4, which is not bad. Due to the limited size of this airport mat, so I can only put 4 planes on that side, and on this side I can squeeze 4 more planes, but in this case, since we got 2 huge planes here, so I can't squeeze 4. But nonetheless, this is actually pretty nice. It's a nice setup, as you can see here. So we've got our little airport patrol truck there. There's the control tower, and we've got 6 fuel canisters there as well, which is part of the 200-piece playset. And there you have it. This is just a very nice little setup that I have over here. I want to show you guys. This is exactly how I played my airport with my kid Ben. He likes it the way it is, like this. So it's actually getting a little crowded now. And I've also got another airport mat coming soon. Another brand new airport mat. But it'll be slightly bigger than this one. And it's got a different layout. It's got a double runway and a double tarmac. So we can actually do 2 sort of like cargo one side or military on one side, and then civilian commercial on the other side. That's actually going to be pretty cool. Since this airport is so limited, we've only got like one side for commercial, and then we got the tarmac with runway on this side. So it's actually pretty basic and simple. But nonetheless, I still like this tarmac. This particular playmat is actually pretty cool. And so there you go, guys. That's the end of today's video. Hope you liked today's video. Click the like button. Subscribe to the channel, guys, if you're new. Check out my other airplane videos if you have not. And I've got more Temu Avia Muse airplanes on the way as well. And I'll be reviewing those for you guys. So if you have ever airplanes you would like to recommend, please leave a comment down below. And I'll do my very best to get them. And I'll see you guys again in the next video very, very soon. Cheers, guys. You guys have a great day.